Good afternoon, sir. Are you Kirk Edwin Jensen?
Yes, I have documents in here that I just filed with the clerk, and I need to submit them here.
Is that this thing called non-statutory abatement?
That's it.
All right, I got it. I provided a copy to Miss Davis. It's entitled Kirk Edwin Jensen, Reign Citizen, Reign of Heavens, a Set Apart Place for that address. Non-statutory abatement. File number 23660ST, charges operating with no license. Charge 23661, charged with operating with no license in your possession. I don't think you can be convicted of both of those, as I said at our arraignment. And then the third count is a civil infraction, no proof of insurance. Could probably be charged as no insurance, but it was charged as a civil infraction.
I have the proof of that here,
May I see it? All right, that's the person that owned the car.
Correct. Yep.
All right. Let Debbie see that. All right, we had kind of a chase our tails around at the time of the arraignment. You are, what do you wish to be, a Reign citizen?
I have a social compact and a body politic, which gives the authority for the credentials that I had when I had given them to Mr. Brooks at the time.
Welcome back to the channel where we expose courtroom chaos and the strange world of sovereign citizen delusion. Today, we're back in Judge Middleton's courtroom, a man known for his unshakable calm in the face of pure nonsense. Enter Kirk Edwin Jensen, a self-proclaimed Reign citizen, who believes a few homemade documents can override state law. Classic sovereign logic. He's armed with phrases like, non-statutory abatement, and, I do not consent. The usual internet pseudo-law vocabulary. But Judge Middleton's seen it all: fake trusts, bogus fee schedules, and endless conspiracy talk. The tragedy? They truly believe imagination beats law. The comedy? They find out too late that a crayon contract won't survive a real courtroom. Let's see how long this fantasy holds before reality strikes.
And
The officer that wrote the ticket.
right. You had said that you were going to try to get those from him and see them for yourself.
Yeah, I don't know whether Miss Davis got that or not.
We did get additional information from the agency in Detroit regarding passports, and they confirmed that they are fraudulent. So if this doesn't get resolved today with the plea as charged to these misdemeanors, then we will be amending to have felony charges.
Things, the common vernacular term had become sovereign citizen.
And I do not claim that in any way, shape, or form.
All right.
I rebut that. I completely rebut that statement.
All right. Well, I tried to think of a term for it.
Well,
Just a minute.
Okay.
Let me get my thoughts together here. We had a guy, Mr. Aiken, a couple of weeks ago, and we went round and round with him, and he wanted a jury trial, and he didn't show up, and then he was found in contempt, and he went to jail. And I said, well, how about willfully misinformed defendant? That's too cumbersome. Or willfully ignorant defendant. And then I was laying in bed between then and now, and I thought, follow me here, Mimsy where the borough grows. It's like, what the heck does that mean? It's from the poem Jabberwocky by Lewis Carroll. It was written in the 1800s. It's a nonsense poem that doesn't mean anything. And more importantly, there was a science fiction story written maybe during the war called Mimsy Where the Borough Grows. It's a very interesting story about some toys that were sent from the future back to here. It's pretty relevant right now with cell phones. And the third line is Mimsy where the borough grows. And what is a borough grove? It doesn't make any sense. So my term for these people that come in with this kind of nonsensical jabberwocky is going to be borough groves. So this is borough grove. It doesn't mean anything, and neither do your pleadings.
Here's where the tone shifts from comedy to consequence. Judge Middleton lays it out plain: take the misdemeanor plea, or face felony charges for using fake IDs. Creating or presenting forged documents isn't some sovereign stunt. It's a felony-level fraud that can land you behind bars. But as always, logic only fuels defiance. Instead of taking the easy way out, this defendant walks straight toward disaster. And that's when Middleton delivers one of his most iconic moments, coining the term borough groves, straight out of Lewis Carroll's Jabberwocky. A perfect metaphor for the nonsense he hears daily, strange creatures born from confusion and chaos. With wit and composure, he turns courtroom madness into a masterclass: humor over hostility, reason over rage, and law over lunacy.
This non-statutory abatement and all this stuff about self-claimed contracts and Exhibit B and C has no lawful effect. So the question I have here is, do you wish to have a trial on these matters, or do you wish to enter a plea to this?
Does the body politic and social compact, is that being disregarded?
Correct.
Okay, then I'll go with the trial.
All right, then I will. Do you want to have an attorney to assist you?
No.
All right. You sow the wind and reap the whirlwind. The prosecutor is going to charge you with some sort of felony charge. What charge did you have in mind, Ms. Davis?
I believe that Prosecutor Morgan looked it up, and it was fraudulent documentation, basically manufacturing fraudulent passport and a fraudulent license.
We talked about Conch Republic passports. Whatever you had, and this false passport and some claim that somehow you had an international driver's license. You have to have a driver's license from somewhere to have an international driver's license.
Right.
Isn't it?
Mm-hmm. And I had that too. I have that too, yes.
All right. Well,
one last question. The documents that were taken by Mr. Brooks, I want to make sure that those are entered in as evidence.
Sovereign citizens see lawyers as agents of a corrupt system, so they proudly march into court alone, unaware they're stepping into a lion's den unarmed. Judge Middleton, calm but razor-sharp, warns him. You sow the wind and reap the whirlwind. In other words, your choices are about to come full circle. The irony is staggering. He rejects the social contract, yet demands the protection of the very system he claims doesn't exist. And Middleton? He's about to drive that lesson home with precision and authority.
The time comes.
do you have those, Deborah?
I do not have physical possession of them. As all evidence, it's held by the sheriff's department in the evidence lockers. So certainly we would introduce those as exhibits.
All right. Well, you're always polite enough, but you're
I stand firm.
Well, the problem with this is insidiously dangerous. People decide on their own that the rules don't apply to them. And even though they're polite and respectful, you're yanking my chain, and this is a waste of our court's time and Ms. Davis's time.
I intend to prove that
All
these
right.
things are correct.
All right, maybe you do, but they aren't. This stuff is meaningless. And if everybody decided like you that they don't need a driver's license, they don't participate in our social contract, and they wish to use our public roadways and our streetlights and our court system, but hey, it doesn't apply to me, things would break down. The rule of law would cease to exist. So it's polite, but it's insidious and it's dangerous. What's next? I don't have the social contact, so I can punch somebody in the nose. I can kill somebody. I can sell drugs. The rules don't apply to me because I'm a Rain citizen. Well, it don't work that way, at least not here in Michigan or in St. Joe County. Same rules apply to you that apply to everybody else. And you're going to get charged with a felony document fraud case. Do you want a bench trial or a jury trial?
Jury.
Yeah, the same thing. It's hypocritical. The rules don't apply to you, but you don't mind bringing in 30 of your citizens to come in and
It's
hear
going to be
this
just
stuff.
me. It's just going to be just me.
This is one of the most powerful moments in the entire hearing. Judge Middleton cuts through the noise, exposing why sovereign citizen ideology is so dangerous, not because it's loud or violent, but because it quietly erodes the foundation of law itself. He's not mocking, he's warning. If everyone decided the rules didn't apply to them, society would unravel into pure chaos. No safety, no order, no justice. His tone is firm yet disappointed, like a teacher watching a student waste their potential. You can feel his respect for the man's politeness, but also his frustration at how deeply lost he is in fantasy.
I'm going to set for a jury trial. Mimsy were the Borough Groves. That's what this amounts to. 'Twas brilling on their slithy ties. It's a bunch of nonsense. And so, Mr. Borough, I will see you on August 16th at 8:30.
Your Honor, just to clarify a few things in anticipation of that. As far as service, Mr. Jensen, will you accept service at the email that you have on this non-statutory abatement?
Correct, yes.
Okay, so just wanted the clarification that I'm going to send a witness list to him, make sure that he has the supplemental report from.
Yeah, there is one thing that it does have some merit in here. He asked for discovery. So yes, your request for discovery is honored, and the prosecution will provide all discovery to the defendant.
On this document that was filed
And what
today.
email will I use to respond?
Yours would, the email that it comes from, which is PROS
Okay.
at stjosephcountymi.org. As far as witnesses, the people would intend to call Deputy Kevin Brooks, Detective Sergeant Brian Steers, Chris Catone from the TSA, and James Herdman, Special Agent, Diplomatic Security Service from the Detroit office.
Will all that be included with the email?
Yes, I will do a written witness list. So
What's that officer's name?
The last one, James Herdman, Herdman. And then potentially this Cheryl Pulaski.
The owner of the car?
Yes. I don't believe there might have been another backup officer. Let me double check. I don't know if we'll need him, but.
Even though you have these mistaken beliefs, what's your objection to having an attorney to help you with this?
I do not choose to have anyone, any bar or associates representing me.
All right. If it is not charged as a felony, in the meantime, you're to be here August 16th at 8:30.
Okay.
And do you have any witnesses that you wish to call?
Potentially the owner of the car. I'm not sure at this point, but that would be one potential minimum.
Exactly. Even amid the chaos, Judge Middleton spots a flicker of legitimacy. The defendant requests discovery, a genuine legal right, and the judge grants it without hesitation. It's a powerful reminder that justice isn't about ego, it's about fairness. Even when someone twists the law, the system still gives them due process. Middleton's restraint here is what sets him apart. He doesn't punish ignorance, he corrects it. Firm, fair, and principled to the end. Now the question is, will our self-proclaimed Borough Grove actually show up next time?
Other witnesses, would they be available?
One precaution, the owner of the car might have a Fifth Amendment right not to testify.
Mhm.
If they're allowing you to drive the car without an operator's license, that could be a misdemeanor in and of itself. So that's something to consider. But, we'll address it further. We'll see what Mr. Marvin and Ms. Davis elect to do with this.
For further witnesses, would Zoom be available?
No, they be here live and in person.
Okay.
All right. Any questions? All right, you're free to go.
Thank you, Romy.
They choose to call themselves by different titles. Henceforth, I'm going to refer to this type of defendant as a Borough Grove.
And there it is, another wild chapter in the ongoing saga of sovereign citizens versus reality. Judge Middleton once again proves why he's a master of the courtroom, blending humor, wisdom, and authority with surgical precision. From coining the poetic Borough Grove nickname to reminding everyone that law, not fantasy, holds society together, this hearing had it all. It's courtroom chaos meets real-world civics, equal parts absurd, enlightening, and unforgettable. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit like, drop your thoughts below, and subscribe for more moments where logic slams harder than any gavel.